Now got another one of Ice May's daughters. Her name is Martha. Martha, do you remember our grandfather?
Yes.
What do you remember about him?
Well, I was 8 years old when he passed away, but I do remember him. I was told that I was one of his favorites. He called me Baby Blue Eyes. He said I had blue eyes like his. And I remember him also as a tall gentleman, very well liked and well known, successful. And I adored him. And of course, when he passed away, it was about my first experience with death. And it hit me pretty hard.
Do you remember anything about him laying in state or funeral or anything? Could you tell us about that?
Well, the last time I had seen him, now this is family stuff.
We were talking family.
Okay. The last time I had seen Grandpa, I was bashful. I really was
You finally
bashful.
outgrew that, huh?
Slightly. But I used to just blush if people looked at me, and I'd hide when people came. But anyway, he showed me a special affection, and he wanted me to kiss him goodbye. Well, I was bashful, and I hung back, and I wouldn't kiss him. So the next time I saw him, he was lying in his casket. And my mother says, I think you should kiss him goodbye, because you wouldn't kiss him goodbye the other day. Well, she held me up, and his face was cold and hard, and I just couldn't imagine that. But I did kiss him goodbye.
And where was this casket at? Was it in his house?
Yes.
And back in those days, they brought the casket home and
Yes.
people went to visit the family.
Uh-huh. It was in the parlor, and they had a big house. It was here. It was down there in Cooper, and they had a big house.
What do you remember about our grandmother, Elizabeth?
Oh, she was a dear.
What did you call her?
I called her Grandma.
Okay.
I was named after her, Martha.
Martha.
Her name was Martha Elizabeth.
Okay. You got any special memories about her?
Well, I went to stay with them once. Mother was ill, and so I guess I was rather small, and they left Dorothy at home to take care of the rest of the family, but they sent me to Grandma and Grandpa's. And I was in school then, and he taught me my multiplication tables. And I remember he'd get me up every night and make sure that I knew them. He sat in a rocking chair, and we would sit there. I also remember while I was there, we didn't have a radio at home, but he had one. And King George passed away.
This is George Roland Boss Roland had the radio?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And anyway, he listened to the funeral things, and I thought that was rather sad. Grandmother was just, like I said, she was a dear. While I was there, I had a little rubber doll, and she crocheted a cap and sweater for me. I wish I still had them.
I wish you did too. Any other stories you want us to tell? Tell us.
Oh, I don't know. Of course, Grandmother, I just remained close to her all of her life and just loved her.
Her later years, a lot of them were spent in Pecan Gap, is that right?
Yes.
Anything else you want to tell us?
Well, not really.
Well, Dorothy didn't seem to have any problem telling us her age. What about your age?
I was 83 Monday.
83 Monday.
And I worked until I was almost 76.
By the way, you still have beautiful eyes.
They're Grandpa's eyes.
Okay.